Okay, before I jump into my coping with cancer journey, I have to say, um, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. I had to acknowledge all that I've missed because I haven't been making videos that, as you may have noticed. But the last time that I posted a video, I had just had a bilateral mastectomy. I was, again, that's a clinical term. I called it a double, a double amputation. So both breasts were removed. And I was sitting in a rented, what do you call those chairs? I can't even think of the name of the chair, but it was remote controlled and a lift chair. I could recline, a recliner chair that I could recline, use the remote to recline, and then I could also pull myself forward and lift myself out of the chair because I realized when I had a C-section, when my first child was born, how compromised your muscles were, how much you use your stomach muscles when you try to move. And I now realize how much you use chest muscles when you get up or try to move. And I could not use muscles. So I was really dependent on that chair. So that's what was happening last time. I was in a lot of pain. And I told you then that my chest looked like I had been mauled by a bear. And that I also had, immediately following the amputation, I had implants um, put in. So in the same surgery, I mean, the breast surgeon removed them and the plastic surgeon put, as my oldest grandson called them, boobs in, the new boobs. So, um, but I looked like I'd been mauled and maimed by a bear. And in my estimation, um, although it looks a lot better, um, it's still rough looking. And as the kids say, that's no cap. I'm not lying. It's not, it's bad. Um, but anyway, a lot has happened since then. So let me try to catch you up. Um, During the mastectomy surgery, the left sentinel nodes were, so in here under my armpit, were removed. And the sentinel lymph nodes are the ones closest to the left breast. So if cancer is going to travel out of your breast, it's going to hit those lymph nodes first. All right. So I don't know why they're called sentinel, but anyway, sentinel lymph nodes. And we knew that the cancer had spread from the breast. And so we had to know if there was any cancer in those lymph nodes following 5 months of chemotherapy. So during that surgery, there's a big old incision in my armpit, and those first 3 lymph nodes were removed. About a week after surgery, I learned that all 3 of those lymph nodes tested positive for cancer. To say I was stunned was an understatement. And what that meant was I had to have another surgery called an axillary lymph node dissection, which I'm looking at notes, y'all, because I had to have talking points. So if you see me looking over the camera, it's because I'm looking at notes on my screen, on my computer screen behind me, so that I'd be sure not to forget things and get them out of order, because there's been a lot going on. So the next surgery I had was called this axillary lymph node dissection. And oh my gosh, I opened up my left armpit again and removed all of the level 1 and level 2 lymph nodes. There are also level 3 lymph nodes, but those are, like, my understanding is those are high up in the neck, and they are only disturbed. It's the nurse practitioner at my breast surgeon's office described it as morbid to remove those, and typically are not disturbed except for neck and brain cancer. So the level 3 lymph nodes were not disturbed, but the level 1 and 2 that are in this area, all of them were removed. There were 21 of them in total. And so that meant more pain more bear fighting and wrestling, and another doggone drain. I think I told you in the last video I had these 2 drains. I might have even showed you one. Sorry if that grossed you out, but you want to come on this journey, you got to get the good with the bad. But anyway, you want to come on this journey with me. So I had another drain after the axillary lymph node dissection. Only one on the left side, but I had the first 2 drains after the original surgery about 3 weeks, and I had this one drain for almost 3 weeks as well. The breast surgeon, the nurse practitioner at the breast surgeon kept saying, you know, I'd go back for a follow-up. Can we remove that drain yet? I'm like, no, it is still draining like a sieve, linking like a sieve. So they're not at all painful, but I don't ever want to see another drain in my life. They are a drain on my life. They're disruption to basic life functions like showering, getting dressed, using the bathroom, and just having to empty it and log it, and the measurement of how much fluid is coming out and all of that. It was a complete pain, and I never want to see it again. Anyway, so I had the axillary lymph node dissection, and about a week later, I got the results of that surgery. And guess what? Of the 21 lymph nodes removed, 16 of them tested positive for cancer. 16. I said 16. That means that out of a total of 24 lymph nodes removed in 2 surgeries, 19 were positive for cancer. That meant I had to recognize that the chemo really didn't work that great. It just didn't work that great, which was devastating. It was a hard pill to swallow that I had spent 5 months, had to cut off my beloved locks. I was sick, weak for 5 months, and it didn't work. That was what I had to reconcile, and maybe I should have prepared myself for that kind of news, but I didn't. I went into this optimistic feeling that, because remember, I was staged at a 2B, which is fairly early, you know, 4 stages and ABC substages. So a 2C was not that devastating. And I mean, let me take that back. Because that was cap. That was a complete lie. I was devastated by a breast cancer diagnosis. But in the grand scheme of things, I felt blessed that it was a 2B, not a 2C, a 2B staging, because it gave me hope, a lot of hope that, you know, oh, well, this is not late stage and chemo is going to knock this out. And my surgeon and everybody was, you know, very optimistic, and I was super optimistic, and I just didn't leave any room for something going wrong, for chemo not working. But the bottom line is chemo didn't work. I wasn't angry though. I wasn't angry then, and I'm not angry now. I initially felt devastation, and I was super sad, and I was definitely scared, more scared than I let on to my family, to my kids. But I was, and even now it makes me tear up when I even think about what my emotions were back then, because it was very scary. And I felt very alone, even though I was surrounded by family. So dang it, now my eyes are tearing up and I can't see my bullet points. But anyway, I want to back up just a second. I haven't missed, I think I told you maybe in early videos, I haven't missed a mammogram in like 17 years. I don't annually, boom. I used to get them early on. It was like every May, but then somehow it morphed into every December. But every December, boom, mammograms right on time. And I don't miss them because health and value my health and whatnot. But so it was shocking to me that my mammogram in January 2023, I did miss December 2022, if you want to call me on that. But it was done in January. So instead of 12 months later, 12 months in between, there were 13 months in between. But regardless, it was shocking to me that my mammogram in January 2023 was so abnormal and required an immediate biopsy, which led to this breast cancer diagnosis. And then months later, I had an MRI biopsy, super painful. But at any rate, and discovered that there was stage 0 in my right breast. If you remember that, it was still a itty bitty tiny, could only be seen by the MRI, via the MRI. And the radiologist told me at that time, pathologist, radiologist, listen, who wrote that report? Whoever it was, radiologist, I'm guessing, said it was a good thing that all this was going on in the left breast because the right breast was so tiny that it would have taken a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, for it to have shown up. So anyway, I just wanted to, because that's still very heavy in my mind. How could a tumor have grown so fast and metastasized to my left lymph nodes? I was knocked off my feet, and I still am coming to the realization that I had really this cancer was coming for me. It was aggressive. So what's happening now? Well, the good news is that those 19 suckers, cancer-filled mother suckers, are out of me. And so are the 5 that weren't cancer, but who cares about that, right? The big deal now is that my lymphatic system has been traumatized, and that means I'm at risk for lymphedema. And so to avoid that, I am currently in physical therapy, and I am also sporting the latest in compression garments. And it goes all the way. Can you see? You can see the end of it right there before you see my skin. And the funny thing to me, it's hilarious if there's, I have to find humor in all of this. I'm also wearing a compression bra. Now, I'm not going to take off my shirt, but I will show you. This right here will give you an idea. It's like a harness for somebody who, I have implants, but they are not. It's funny that I've got this harness thing on for so much for so little. To harness up so little, I guess, is the way I'd put it right now. But anyway, I'm super uncomfortable. That's what I will tell you. These compression garments are squeezing. They feel like they're squeezing the life out of me. And so I'm really, really, really uncomfortable. I have to wear them for about 8 weeks or so. So I'm, into the 8 weeks, but I wear them during the day and into the evening. And I try to keep them on until I'm ready for bed, like actually getting ready to get in bed. But most times I end up peeling them off, by the evening, by 7 o'clock or so. It's a wrap. I'm done. And I'm done feeling like sausage casing. But I also recognize that better this discomfort than the discomfort and pain of lymphedema. So I'm trying to prevent that as best I can. So, those late night infomercials hawking knives and all kinds of chamois cloths or something, all kinds of products, right? And just when you think they're about to shut up and stop talking, the announcer will say, but wait, there's more. So yeah, that's me right now. Wait, there's more. I'm about to wrap up, but wait, there's more. Be sure to watch my next video, which I'll post later this week, I promise, to hear what else is happening, because there's obviously more happening on my coping with cancer journey. There's definitely a but wait, there's more story here. But before I go, I have to just take a quick minute to point out the obvious. Y'all, I got hair. Ha ha ha! Remember last time you saw me for 5 months, I didn't have any, well, for the first few months I had hair. First month I had hair. And then I didn't for several months. And now look, I have hair. I have hair. I can't even believe it. I'm shocked though at what is growing back. As you can see, it's salt and pepper, and I don't know, probably more salt than pepper. But what's killing me, what is really puzzling me, is the texture of the hair. I have never had hair like this before in my life. Maybe as a baby, and maybe as a baby, I don't know. I'll have to ask my mom, but um, I don't know what to do with it, y'all. I don't really know what to do with it, so I just let it do what it do. I haven't, I had long locks before, right? So my hair was locked, so you don't comb it, you don't brush it. I haven't owned a comb or brush in 6 years, so I just get up in the morning. I do sleep with a cap on, but I get up in the morning and I take the cap off and I just do like that and just see if anything's sticking up. But I don't know what else to do. But so to me, it's zero maintenance. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing something else with it. But anyway, we'll see where this goes. I'm just gonna see what happens right now. But anyway, have a great day. And again, I'll post a new video in a few days. Bye.